Hello to all you dentists out there. My name is Frank Sanzeri, and I'm an insurance agent with Blue Insurance Group out of the Chicagoland area. Today I want to make a special video just for dentists and dental practice owners because I have quoted some policies recently that had some pretty glaring gaps in their coverages. And I want to make sure that you are aware of them and make sure that it's not a more prevalent issue than I was first led to believe. So, let's talk about the three main policies that you have as a dental practice owner. First and foremost, probably the first policy you ever bought right out of school had to be malpractice insurance. So when you think of malpractice insurance, think of an operation gone terribly wrong. You're doing a root canal or you're putting a Straumann implant in and things go wrong, gums are cut up. Before you know it, you're getting sued for a lot of money, and you want to make sure that your policy is going to defend you in the event of a claim that arises. But outside of that, there are a few more issues nowadays. Social media posts. In today's digital age, more and more practices are posting on social media, and if somebody says to themselves, hey, that's all wrong, they gave me bad advice, that's all it takes. They can sue you because it is, in the eye of the beholder, if you will. Whether you're wrong or not, they can still sue you. You're still going to have to defend yourself. So you're going to want to make sure your policy does provide some kind of legal defense coverage. And then also, any kind of licensing complaints against you. I'm licensed, and if I get a complaint against me, it's not pretty. You have to address those things quickly, otherwise you could get shut down. And they say for a dentist, the average cost to defend yourself for a licensing complaint when you have to hire an attorney is about $4,400. So some malpractice policies might not cover you for that. So you want to make sure that you have a policy that is all-encompassing. It's going to protect you in all these little nuances where your license might be at risk or there might be some defense cost at play here. The second kind of policy that you're looking at, and you probably already have, but is the policy I'm seeing a lot of gaps in, is your business owner's policy. So your business owner's policy is going to cover you for your general liability, which is a slip and fall on the premises. Everybody's going to have that coverage built in. But business personal property, so property coverage as a whole. So if you own the building, it's going to cover the building, but then your business personal property too. So that's all of your equipment. I think the biggest disconnect is that a lot of insurance agents aren't aware of what this equipment actually costs you, and they don't ask the right questions. And then the dentist, in turn, just assumes that this agent knows everything. And so, that policy they sell you for only $50,000 in coverage doesn't even make a dent in how much coverage you actually need. That furniture from ADEC and the chairs from Pelton and Crane and the imaging machines from Plan Mecca, that stuff can get into the hundreds of thousands of dollar range very, very quick. So take a second look. Work with an insurance agent that knows their way around a little bit, that knows how to ask the right questions. That can make all the difference in the event of something terrible happening and you having the right coverage in place or not. And then along with that on the business owner's policy, that is rated based on your annual sales, at your practice. So let's say you get quotes from company A. Let's say you have $200,000 in sales. Let's say their price comes back at $3,000 for the year. Well, company B quotes you the same exact way, yet their price is $7,000. It's just the way that they're rated. So my point is, get multiple quotes because these swings in prices between companies is pretty substantial. I was shocked on an account I worked on recently. I said, is that right? Did I quote them the same way? Double checked. Sure enough, quoted the same way. The difference was over $5,000 for the year in total premium. So could yours be like that too? I don't know. It might be worth taking a look. Third type of policy is going to be your workers' compensation. So workers' comp, if you have any employees in the state of Illinois, you are supposed to have workers' compensation. That's going to cover you in the event of any kind of work-related injury. And it doesn't just have to be sudden and accidental, like a slip of a scalpel that cuts somebody. This could be throughout 5-10 years, carpal tunnel starts to set its way in. That policy is going to cover you in the event of something like that happening. And just like the business owner's policy, the pricing between companies can be pretty large. So again, the long and short of this is, if you haven't looked at your policies in quite a while, maybe you don't even know what you have, or you just want to see what kind of prices are out there, I would encourage you to talk with an independent insurance agent who represents multiple companies. That way they can shop your rates, find you the coverage you actually need, and then find out which company is going to have the best price for that actual package. So, other than that, I wish you, your company, nothing but the best this year. If you have any questions, by all means, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for your time.